Hello and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we show you a bracket match of the A Link to the Past Crosskeys Tournament 2021. This is round 1, Illus versus Schulzer, and it's also game 1. Commentators for this match will be James FNX and Jaxfree. Say hello.
Hey everyone, how's it going today? Welcome into the round of 16 of the Link to the Past Crosskeys Tournament 2021. I'm James FNX, and joining me today is Jex Ruffy. Jex, how you doing?
Doing good. Should be a pretty good match between two top runners, and we're getting the final countdown.
Yeah, on the left we're going to have Illus, who qualified for the race, won his way in the play-in race over the past weekend, our 13 seed. And on the right-hand side, Schulzer, the 4 seed, finished 7-1 in the Swiss field and got in free and clear.
Yeah, and at this point, when you're dealing with top runners and you're dealing with a mode like Crosskeys, anything can happen. So it will certainly be interesting to see how things go from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're getting things kicked off, and both the runners are going to different locations. Illus is going to start in Link's house, gets 20 rupees. Schulzer starting it off in Sanctuary and finds the pod big key. It looks like Illus is going to set up an early Houlihan, one of the favored strats of several of our runners. Meanwhile, Schulzer getting paid off with this Sanctuary start, finding the boots in Lost Woods, as Sanctuary is sitting in the Lost Woods hideout today.
Yeah, so immediately just goes and checks the 3 items in the back.
Yeah, no items needed to get to that second location. Well, the boots will get things open for you. We find blue mail, some money, and a swamp big key.
I didn't see if there was anything in the witch's hut.
I didn't see that either. We'll probably get a look at it shortly, as Schulzer's going to check these bonk rocks real quick before doing a Houlihan himself, most likely. Spike Cave.
And just a big 20 at the Lost Woods Shack.
Yeah, Illa's checking that item out first before setting up this Houlihan here. Schulzer taking a run at Hyrule Castle. Nothing there. We'll take a look what the drop down is at Uncle's spot here in just a moment.
And it's well.
That's a really good one. No items needed to get there either. We'll need some bombs to get that one last item in the area. We'll see if Schulzer gets lucky and picks up a bomb drop off these guards or the tree pole.
Whoa!
How about 32 of them?
I'll take that. I will, in fact, take that. All right, we got Spectacle Rock Cave with a heart container. I think that was the... that was the Fortune Teller hut by Lake Hylia Island.
Yep, can't get to the items. Thought it was a heart container, not a big deal. Is a connector, if the one-way connector, if Illus decides to take it at some point. Find Aghanim's Tower sitting at the shop in Lake Hylia.
Okay, we got a map to Skullwoods in the well, and another map to Eastern with a mushroom. There was also the 10 bomb packs, so had Schulzer decided to YOLO it, he would have still been able to get the one map.
Yep, both runners doing some different little checks here. Illus taking a look at the Eastern Palace area. Schulzer taking a look at the South Shore. So we find the entrance to Spiral Cave at the Light World Hype.
And then Hookshot Cave at Hostilis hut.
And Schulzer taking this fake flipper now is going to take a look at a couple locations here and then do a Houlihan, I presume.
Also be interested to see if he decides to turn in the mushroom or hold on to it. He's gonna turn it in.
I like turning in mushroom early. It isn't as useful to hold on to the mushroom as it is in an open or a standard mode where you know where your witch hut's going to be, you know where your magic bat's going to be. There's a chance magic bat is just inside the pyramid and just won't ever be relevant.
That is true.
Eastern Palace itself not useful for Illus. Being pretty careful, trying making sure not to die before getting this last check-in. Meanwhile, Schulzer finds a Hyrule Castle entrance at the fortune teller.
Last cave in the eastern area is back of desert.
It's a nice one to know about.
French vanilla blinds hut.
Some Blind's just a little lazy, didn't want to move very far. Ace Pal's big, logically required, one of the less important big keys though.
Still nice to have if you do need to go into Ice Palace, you're not gonna be worried about, am I gonna have to come back here just for the big chest?
Absolutely. Not much else though in Blind's hut. One other small key.
There's rupees if you need them.
Yeah, and this early, it might not be a bad idea to invest a small amount of time there as we find the top of Paradox Cave. That is a fairy cave in Kakariko.
Quite useless fairy cave. Ooh, we're lifting with the bottle vendor today.
Yeah, and then now this is kind of where I might have wanted to archery game once before that, because now I can't afford... you got 8 bombs, so you're not worried in that part, but if you end up getting like a chest game or something in Kakariko, now you're going to have to like farm again. And you need 20 rupees to even play the archery game, so...
Well, we'll see if there's money here in Paradox Cave. There's a small key to GT and a heart container to start.
This room is kind of an adventure with just bombs as a weapon. It does get a couple of them, luckily, with 1 bomb. Picks up the last there, and there's the flippers in the back of Paradox Cave. Along with a hook shot. Wow, this Paradox Cave is very loaded. And we'll find out where the rest of Paradox Cave goes in a bit, but Schulzer is going to take a look and hop out and finds it connects up onto Death Mountain.
Wow, and with that hook shot, you've just opened up a lot of the mountain.
Yeah, everything on the west side other than Hera, and these 4 locations on the bottom as we find Waterfall Pyramid Fairy with a Pod Small and a Thieves Town Small. Thieves Town Small, slightly more important in the general scheme of things in terms of both logically putting Thieves Town the logic once you find the big key and making sure you're not having to double dip that dungeon.
What was the dungeon that Illus just found? I heard the music, but I was a little focusing on Schulzer's stream. We see Graveyard Ledge.
I missed it as well as Schulzer is going to find some bombs in Graveyard Ledge. Not a big deal. It was Turtle Rock. Oh, it was Turtle Rock West.
Okay.
As we find it, Ganon is sitting at the Magic Bat location. So good news for our runners. They won't have to complete either Aghanim's Tower or GT to get the Ganon fight, as we find Fire Rod on Illus's side.
And another GT small. Man, a lot of useful items early on in this seed.
Yeah, we've already gotten a glove, gotten Fire Rod, we got a hook shot, some flippers. Only things that we haven't seen that are really important early: Moon Pearl and Mirror.
Illus finding Chicken Hut at the Bush House, but unfortunately didn't have a bomb to actually be able to open that up.
Yeah, that bomb pole, those 32 bombs in the bomb pole, kind of a nice find for Schulzer at the start of the seed, as we find Tower of Hera sitting in Lazy Kid's house. And
then,
Bumper Cave next door.
Mm-hmm. Myers Small Checkerboard Cave. And there's a shop to get some bombs.
Not the shop that's normally there, but a shop will do in any case. We'll be able to get that chicken hut. We'll also be able to get the storehouse. Meanwhile, I don't think Schulzer's found a ton on the mountain.
No, not really yet. I mean, it's always nice. You always want to have the old man starting point. So that is at least something. Excuse me.
Yeah, you never know where those two entrances are going to be at. But it doesn't look like anything else has been up here on the mountain in terms of valuable entrances. We do find one more connector in the Kakariko area, the Fairy Ascension Cave.
And Red Meringue at the race game.
Highly unlikely that our runners are going to go and grab that item at any point in time. There's the old man starting point. Schulzer hopping into the Dark World, taking a look at these two caves here. One's the 20 rupee hoard. And the other is the other side of Paradox. Or not Paradox, Spectacle Rock Cave. So just nothing at all on the mountain. Schulzer will find out the entrance for Old Man is just south of Kakariko. And with these bombs, Illus is going to take a look at Tower Hera and get a look at a couple items here.
Big key to start. The Eastern. I gotta be honest, my last few Crosskey seeds, there have been a lot of big keys in their respective dungeons, so I was half expecting that to be the Hera big key.
Yeah, I've seen trickier things. 300 rupees, that's a nice find for Illus. Closer you can get to cash solvency early in the seed, the less you have to worry about things like Zora being a problem. Schulzer taking the Fairy Ascension Cave, and this is a really important connector. It takes it to Bumper Ledge. Not gonna be able to do anything with it right now, but once you have a mirror, that's the only way to get to that other entrance.
Illus is now going to head into Paradox Cave. We'll see if what Illus decides to do in terms of maybe going through the connector and finding the mountain, or we still have the bottom one to check.
Yeah, bottom one's a dicey one to check. You can't get back through that unless you have the mirror. But I have seen plenty of seeds where the logic wants you to take that bottom connector and go somewhere else and risk that you just can't get back.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would probably do what Schulzer did and bomb jump, check the middle one, and then if it's nothing, then go ahead and check. And nicely done, Illus, getting all 3 mini trolls with 1 bomb.
Yeah, that's a very lucky break. Also, they're in the bomb pool, so getting a refund on those bombs used. Gets that hook shot. We'll get these flippers in just a moment.
But yeah, anyway, so do this first. I imagine once Illus sees Death Mountain, Illus will probably do the checks like we saw. But if there was nothing here, then you'd probably do risk the bottom one, because then you just terminate from there.
Yeah, exactly. But finding this hook shot where he found it makes it pretty simple to clear all these checks out. Although getting bodied a bit by these Tektites.
And he's got to be careful. But now we're seeing Schulzer go back over words. Kakariko, like we've already seen Illus.
Yeah, both these runners are kind of in each other's footsteps right now. We still have a lot to explore in the world. We've got a fair amount of the north part of the Hyrule. We've got South Shore all the way over to Ice Rod area. Lots of stuff still to take a look at. With a fire rod and a hook shot, getting that first item out of Castle Tower is no longer a much of an issue.
Nope.
Also, if they choose, it is a little bit of a walk, but that there are a couple items now in Charter Rock that are available. We have that fire rod to kill the Pokey.
Mm-hmm.
Illus going to make it through the Old Man Escape Cave. So while we got these runners kind of following each other's footsteps, what's going through your mind if you get a seed and you start out and you've got boots and a lot of decent movement stuff early in the game like our runners have right now?
I mean, at this point, I'm not really thinking much about what I have. A lot of my philosophy with Crosskeys, well, frankly, with any rando in general, is that I'm trying to clear out all the Sphere 1 stuff first, and then kind of start making decisions based on that. So, with the fact that you had access to Death Mountain, I would have done what both runners did and go ahead and comb through the Death Mountain area. But once I'm done here, I would be still going back to trying to, do the South Shore areas, do some of the North areas that they haven't done, and mainly just kind of start getting all of Sphere 1 figured out. And then once I have that figured out, then I would start to actually start thinking about the items I have. The one thing I will say is that with the flippers, I would be thinking about fake flippering and sequence breaking the Zora stuff, but because I have the flippers, I kind of know, okay, well, I really need to, it's logically there, so I do need to make sure it gets done.
Yeah, so we do finally end up with one of our runners, Schulzer, taking a look at the bottom of Paradox Cave, and it just drops out in the maze wraiths. Now we're going to take a look at the back of the Old Man. I'll see where this drops out at. That is a very good connector. That's the Misery Mire entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a look at a couple caves here. Once again, once you have the mirror, it'll be even more valuable. Find Desert Palace's main entrance sitting in the mire area. Unfortunately, as a bunny, you can't really get anywhere else in desert right now. So until we find a moon pearl, that entrance is not going to be useful at all. So while we did find the connector into mire, not a lot of use right now. As we get a little further and further into the seed, it will become more useful. Is a nice little find. The bush crabs spitting out 20 rupees apiece. And Illus is going to make his way down to the South Shore. We'll get some fresh information here.
There's that other... Did we find Hookshot Cave earlier, or was that... Yeah, we did. It was at Sahaswell's hut. So...
Yeah, so this is the backside of Hookshot Cave in the Lost Woods. And with a hookshot, we'll be able to get these 4 items. A piece of heart for Schulzer. A map to Thieves Town. One lonely arrow. And we'll get one more check here in just a minute. Nothing doing in Hookshot Cave. we'll get to pass over to the eastern area. So this is an area that Schulzer hasn't explored yet. So this is a nice little connector for him right now that will never have to be used again. First check in the Ice Rod Cave area, just a chess game for Illus. A shop, buying that heart. Yeah, when one heart with these crabs floating around, you just don't want to die before you get in that other cave. So it makes a lot of sense to buy that heart. Doesn't drop Illus under 500 rupees. And we find Swamp Palace at the bad side of Ice Rod Cave. Illus is going to be the first to take a look at these water checks. Going to take a look at the man under the bridge. This check is one that's, I think, one of the most isolated checks in Crosskeys. You just never really have a reason to be over here. So if there is something in this location, it's something that can be left for a long, long time.
Now we'll see what Hobo has.
Just a compass today, so not going to cost Schulzer any if he decides to ignore that location for a while. Schulzer making his way to the water now. At least taking a look. I don't think he's looked at these two entrances yet. We'll see Castle Tower is one of them.
Waterfall of Wishing at Pond of Happiness, and happy for Titan's Mitts.
Titan's Mitts are very nice to have. Less important than they are in like open or standard modes, but still a very nice item to have.
Seeing the stun prize with small magic, go ahead and pick a couple of those up.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. Don't know what's going to be in this waterfall cave. Might want to use that fire rod. Schulzer is going to take a look at this first item in Aghanim's Tower. Meanwhile, at Waterfall Cave, we find Palace of Darkness. Illus with one key will be able to get a couple items in Logic, and we'll see if Illus decides to do a Mimic Clip to move further in as we find the flute in that first chest.
Very interesting.
Not all that useful right now. We have a way into Mire, but Illus has not been in the Mire area yet, so that's at least logical access to the Mire area for him. More importantly, it's just a very good movement tool.
Yeah, to your point earlier, like, we've got all of the mobility items right now. You've got boots, flippers, flute, hook shot in some ways is also kind of considered mobility because you can use it to hook dash. There's an Agate Tower key in pod.
Yeah, once we find a lamp, that'll put that second item into Logic. Schulzer taking Spiral Cave for a ride, getting 300 rupees at the end. We'll see where it drops out at. And that is all the chests in Logic for Illus. And it looks like Spiral Cave takes us on to Dark Death Mountain. I didn't see if that was the floating island entrance or the top of Super Bunny. We do see that Skull Woods is at the bottom there.
That was the Super Bunny entrance.
And Illus going to give us our first look at Zora. And nice location for Uncle here at Lumberjack Ledge. Not going to have to worry about Aghanim at all. Aghanim's Tower's going to log 0 items in total.
Yep, and since we already found the one key in pod, we can get the items. We're good there. And there's the Hyrule Castle key.
Yeah, that puts the 2 items behind the first check in Hyrule Castle in Logic. Normally, while normally you wouldn't have to worry about it because you'll just get the items in the back by doing the drop down, you can technically use that key from the first guard on the door in the back after Dark Cross and lock yourself out of those 2 items. So that puts those items in logic. Not sure if Illus has seen the Hyrule Castle entrance yet. I don't know if you checked the Fortune Teller hut or not. Find Sarasala. Pod is a green pendant today.
There's
And
our
Moon
Moon
Pearl in Sarasala's closet. That is a big, big find for Schulzer. So Schulzer is the first to the Moon Pearl. Is the first to have that information. We'll have a ton of access. We find Ice Palace sitting under the Bonk Rocks. And 50 rupees on Lumberjack Ledge at the Sanctuary. I believe that means that Magic Bat is at the Pyramid.
I believe you would be correct on that.
So Schulzer are going to feel really good about turning that mushroom in early, knowing that Magic Bat is a hold Ganon's tower away.
Got Smiths at a Gainus Cave.
That's terrible. That is a terrible location for the Smiths. Honestly, I know Illus will get back there at some point, but that location of that Moon Pearl for Schulzer is a little bit awkward for Illus. He's already checked most of the northwest of Hyrule, so getting back to that rock pole in that cave there is going to be it's going to be a while before he gets there, I think.
We shall see. I mean, so Illus hasn't found Ice Palace yet. There's a couple other things. I mean, really, like, there's stuff that can be done, but nothing that's really, like... I would say nothing that's gonna really put Illus on a wild goose chase.
Illus kind of got robbed a little bit there as setting up those stun prizes to have, I assume, to have magic to navigate the second dark room here. One of the stun prizes didn't spawn because the chest spawned at the same time. Does manage to get enough magic to light one of those torches on the first try, though, and it is a hair as small in the second cave, that second chest at Agnum's Tower, locked behind the lamp.
Ugh. I mean, that's a key you need to find, but ugh. Schulzer are about to get Titan's Mitts. And gonna check what Ice Palace is today. With that Moon Pearl, it's actually in logic for Illus. And it's the Sahasrara connector. And that's gonna lead us to... Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the Turtle Rock Glacier Bridge entrance. One of the less valuable connectors. It's still decent, but there are better ones.
Mm-hmm. Really, the only two we're looking for at this point is the Turtle Rock Bridge and the floating island.
Yep, we've already found Maze Race. We've already found Bumper Ledge. So those are the two that are impossible to get to that do lead to things. Illus takes Hookshot Cave back to the gambling house. So Illus might pick up Moon Pearl here. Probably should, unless something tragic goes on.
Meanwhile, Schulzer is going to now start going through Dark World, specifically starting at Skullwoods, since that is the Dark World access we have right now.
Chat asking what's going on here. This is a Link to the Past. It's randomized. It's Crosskeys tournament, which Crosskeys means all of the entrances are mixed up other than a few. And caves that have 2 or more entrances can pass between the light world and the dark world. Keys means key sanity, which means our big keys are small keys. Maps and compasses are mixed in the item pool along with everything else. Both the runners have the same goal. They have the same seed. They're trying to beat Ganon as quickly as they can. Winner will take a 1-0 lead in this tournament. Now, Illus is going to get his Moon Pearl right now. So far, no big prizes in Skullwoods for Schulzer. Pearl, like you said, we just saw Pearl on Illus's side. The flute's not in a bad location either. It's in the first chest of Palace of Darkness, which is in the Waterfall Cave, so a little out of the way, but not terrible. And it doesn't matter that much for Mire access because the back of the Mountain Cave is Misery Mire vanilla entrance. Illus going to be the first to check out King's Tomb.
In a cave?
Nice one to think about. Illus is going to head... I guess Illus did not check this area yet. I'm surprised Illus is choosing to check these 2 locations over getting into the Dark World. I guess he had not found the well yet, and that was fairly important to find out whether the well was either here or in inside the pyramid.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, if you had a mirror, I mean, it made this decision a lot easier to just check this area out later once you get in the area with mirror. But not having the mirror yet, it does make some sense to see if your 5 items are here or if they're locked behind Ganon's tower.
No.
Yeah, Ganon is not vanilla. Ganon is at what was Ganon at?
Bat.
Yeah, Magic Bat. That's right. And then Magic Bat is at the pyramid. So nothing for Schulzer and Skullwoods. A couple checks over here around the Skullwoods area. Bumper Cave entrance only has bonk rocks for some bombs. Dark Sanctuary.
I don't think Schulzer checked the back of Skullwoods. Because with that fire rod, you could check it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it didn't look like the lineup of caves for Skullwoods is one that's going to lock him in the back. Siberian, our researcher letting us know he did check the back of Skullwoods.
Oh, okay. That I did see Schulzer and Super Bunny, but I missed that. And there's Thieves Town.
Yeah, Illus finding Thieves Town in the Fairy Ascension Cave. Putting those myths to good use. And finds the hammer. That is a big get for Illus. That's going to give him the freedom to enter the Dark World wherever he wants.
And combined with that flute, getting to those Dark World entrances is going to be easy.
Yeah, at this point, only the mirror. The mirror is the only movement item at this point that is of any critical need as we find the dam on Schultz's side of the screen. Schulzer with a nice little hookshot clip, getting that chest in and pulling the lever with one trip. Ice Rod Cave at Thieves Town. Schulzer's gonna be happy to see that heart. This has been a very low health seed for both these runners.
Even with Blue Mail. Alright, Illus is gonna find back of Skullwoods. We don't have a sword, so we can't finish it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Illus goes back in after and getting the one item that's there.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Wait.
Schulzer found the cape. It was a bunny at the time, so we don't know what this chest is yet.
Yeah, and that was... So, the one in King's Tomb was the other Agate key, so now we have both available. Even though we only really need one because Uncle was at Lumberjack.
Here's a big cave for Schulzer. A mini Moldorm cave, 5 items.
So that's... all of the big item caves except for Johnny Two Bombs.
Yep. Yeah, we found our hookshot cave, we found our paradox, we found mini Moldorm, we found Blind Hut. Just that hype cave. Chat pointing out we've got this ice palace big, we've got a hammer, we've got a fire rod, we've got a full and a hookshot, we've got a fully clearable ice palace in store. Would be nice to have a hammer, sword, but sometimes beggars cannot be choosers.
Right now, the thing I'd be more concerned about is the fact that they're at 5 or 7 hearts, no bottle, and just not really, you know, I'd be concerned about being able to get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Schulzer tried to sneak out without grabbing that map and avoid the dialogue box, but does pick up the map. Gonna pick up a frog. I don't know if Schulzer's found the smiths yet. Which leads to one of my favorite games in Crosskeys. How many dungeons can we complete with a frog?
Or how big of a world tour can Schulzer take him on, because they could basically go everywhere.
Yeah, the frog will normally not go into dungeons it knows is or entrances it knows is a dungeon, but since nothing don't know anything's a dungeon, the frog will follow you a lot of places.
And there's Johnny.
Yeah, big ol' hype cave with 10 arrows. Ice rod could be required. Bombs, more bombs. Cane of Samari. All right. This was a decent amount of hype.
Pearl Rock Care Package.
Far more hype than Hype Cave usually delivers. And there is that floating island connector for Illus.
That leads to GT. Wow. Without the cane, you can't do the right side, but with the hammer and the hook shot, you can do the left side. 2 keys. And there's a lot of stuff we're about to find here.
Yeah, this is... I actually think this is nice for Schulzer, because when Schulzer gets here, he's going to have the ability to do everything in the basement if he wants to. Illus is going to leave that right-hand side behind. So if there is anything on that right-hand side, it's really good news for Schulzer. But so far we found a Harabig, which is nice. We can put that dungeon to bed. chat reminding us that Ice Armos with a hammer, not a lot of fun.
Well, there's a red goo and a lamp. The lamp won't help with Ice Armos. The red goo will. Wait, did Schulzer lose Jeremiah? There's the money cave. There's bomb shop. Meyer and Hera are our 5-6 crystals. Alright, there's a cape. There's the front of Turtle Rock. And that was the Dark World magic shop. Alright, another GT small key in Turtle Rock. So we're gonna see Bob's chest. And then is... It looks like Illus is gonna try to do Hammer Armos. You can use Fire Rod to get some hits in. Illus, I'm gonna be honest, I've never done Hammer Ice Armos, but the strategy seems sound to stay in that corner. Use the... You're more advantageous to use the hammer when you're above the thing you're trying to hit. So, Illus has got the right strategy here. Stay above and hit down. Alright, 2 of them down. Schulzer, meanwhile, not finding anything in those first 4. Alright, down to a heart and a half. Alright, Catfish just having sticks. Two to go. Alright, last one. Ooh. Schulzer getting that red potion off just in time. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright. I think Illus is gonna be good. There we go! sword after we need the sword. Alright, so meanwhile, Sick Kid we found at the pod area ferry. I will say, unfortunately, my wonderful co-commentator James apparently has lost power, so I'm flying solo right now, guys. So Illus has seen the right side stuff. And now we're going to see the left stuff, which I think Schulzer's already seen both of these. There's the one connector for Spec Rock Cave at the entrance cave, so that'll be it for Illus. Alright, pod is going to be just the in cave. So the interesting thing right now is Schulzer going to Thieves' Town to get that hammer. I think is the thing that's going to hold Schulzer back a bit. Not a lot, but the thing is that the flute and the hammer together, Illus has got so much mobility at their advantage right now. And Illus is about to get Ice Rod and Samaria. So really, other than bow and keys, Illus pretty much has the ability to do everything. So I know earlier we were talking about that Ice Palace over by Bonk Rocks. That would probably be... I'd be seriously thinking about Ice Palace at this point. Illus is going to go ahead and get a refill. Meanwhile, Schulzer found a fairy in a bottle at the Sunken Treasure, since Schulzer found the dam in Village of Outcasts, which I would imagine Illus is heading back over that way now. Oh, good. I mean, that's the thing. We've got a bunch of dungeons available. Did anyone ever see what happened to... Schulzer had Jeremiah, and then at one point lost him. Did anyone see what happened with that? Alright, so it looks like Schulzer's gonna head into Hyrule Castle. Now, it wouldn't have been the Old Man Cave, because we found... Old Man Cave is in light at the library and at the Mire entrance. There's the third bottle. Oh, it's the Ascent Cave. Okay, okay. I get that. I didn't know that happened. I didn't know that it happens, but that makes sense. There's Ether. That makes sense.
Hello?
Is that an Antissim I hear?
It is.
Yeah, I organized replacement commentary.
Yeah, thank you to James FNX. If the power goes out, obviously there's unfortunately nothing James can do about it. So, shout-outs for James for taking care of us for the first part. But I got my buddy Antissim here, and you're gonna help me the rest of the way.
Let me just get this stream pulled up here in a sec. I'll be right on.
All right. There's a wow. We just saw another sword on Desert Ledge. Granted, we don't have the mirror to get it yet, or the connector.
So I have not been watching the race so far. How's it been going?
It's going interesting right now. We had a lot of mobility items to start the race. The main thing right now is, Schulzer is missing the flute, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm blanking on where the flute was. But I know the hammer is at Thieves Town, which is at the Titan's Myth's blocked entrance of East Death Mountain. Flute was in Pod, yes. Okay, yeah. Which Pod... Let me check my tracker. Pod is... Where's the pink dot? Oh, Pod's at, okay, that's the reason why I was thinking it's somewhere around here. Because it's at, Pond of Happiness. Or no, Waterfall of Wishing. Get those names mixed up.
Haha, I see.
So, hopefully, Schulzer's about to find that soon now that he's kind of combing this area. Illus having problems setting up the Hera Pop, but finally gets it there.
Alright, I've got the stream pulled up now.
Okay, another pod key in the Hera big chest.
I mean, we're gonna find plenty of those. Is this another pod key? No, but almost.
Yeah. And Schulzer is getting into Hera with 2 keys, may go further than what Illus did, but hopefully we'll get that flute. Meanwhile, Illus is about to take on a troll. You also, the other thing you missed was a hammer ice Armos fight by Illus.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. With, of course, with a sword being blocked by our ice Armos.
Of course.
So 3 hammer hits to the tail, Trolldorm is down, and Schulzer gets the flute and leaves. Peace of heart for your troubles, and a crystal. Which we knew that because it was a 5-6. Duh. Although, you know what? Illus doesn't know that. Illus hasn't been to the bomb shop.
And the bomb shop today is in...
Dark Shopping Mall.
Okay. Oh, that's a terrible place for that bomb shop.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and what's this key sitting up on the ledge?
It's Hyrule Castle. We've honestly seen a lot. I would say most of the world between both runners has been checked at this point. Really, we're kind of at the point in the race where you'll start to see runners start to dip into dungeons.
That's pretty good for just 15 minutes into a seed, though.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's where having hookshot, Titan's Mitts, boots, flippers, and
yeah.
flute. Pretty much everything is open up at this point. There's
yeah, like get those movement items.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, once you find the mirror, like, everything is fair game at this point. Mire Small in the Hera basement.
So not entirely useful, but nice to have.
Looks like Schulzer is... I think this is an Ice Palace play. Yep. That's what it is.
Ice Palace? Oh, he does have that fire rod, so that's entirely open to him. And the hammer.
Yeah, we've got the big key, but no small keys, but should be able to still get through.
Yeah, it'll just take some creative routing to do, but you shouldn't need too many small keys. Half magic and pot is nice.
Oh, with the fourth bottle.
Yeah, after 3, they're kind of a bit redundant. After
This
2,
is true.
really.
This is true.
So Illus is actually just gonna go straight. Isn't gonna worry about flipping the switch, so we'll have to worry about saving at least one key then.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess if there is an extra key just past in the ice room before iced tea room, right? So you can probably use that one.
Mm-hmm. There's a small key to desert. Rich on Twitch, yes, both of them have turned in the mushroom and got the item from the potion shop. Okay, Schulzer's gonna activate the flute. Big chest just sticks.
Here's that extra key I was talking about earlier. And meanwhile, Schulzer's going to take advantage of that flute to go check out the Meyer area. Probably the first time he's been here. Well, are there any connectors that lead here, actually?
Old Man Cave, actually.
Oh, nice.
Which Schulzer has seen.
Okay.
Which is why he was just making a beeline for the desert, which is unfortunate because Ice Palace has both of our desert keys. And big key to Meyer in desert.
Which is, funnily enough, in the Meyer area. Kind of a weird coincidence. But it is a good to go through here and check out the connectors, because there's a bunch of different places it can lead to, right? So.
Yep, and we haven't seen the other two. So, time for Cold Stare. Oh, and there's one of them leads to Mimic Cave, so that takes care of one of the Turtle Rock Bridge entrances. Especially the one that needs the mirror.
Yep.
Alright, 2 puffs down. Gonna switch over to the hammer for the third one. Got blue mail, but they still hit for 3 hearts. And, Illus? Quit doing this!
Careful now.
There
Some of
we
these,
go.
man. Some of these are so close. And the other side of the desert actually leads up to Castle Tower.
Alright, nice palace pendant.
Okay. but the other Castle Tower entrance was K45, which had nothing, and we can't check the middle one yet because no cape or Master Sword. So that's something to remember.
I will say, Masters or Cape was in GT and Illus has it.
Oh, Illus does have it. Okay. Actually did not know that you could go back inside Pyramid Fairy if you came out that location.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know either.
I just figured if you come out there, you're stuck. But no, you went right back in. You have to dash turn. Okay.
Okay.
That's still a good thing to know.
Yeah. What did Schulzer just find in the Dark Cross?
$20, I think. It was nothing important.
On our commentary stream, I can see, we see the runner streams, and we have Schulzer's camera on, so he fist pumped, and I was like, oh, that must have been something good. Apparently, it was not something good.
At least, yeah, it was $20. Yep. Just. Yeah. But yeah, we'll find out whether that Ice Palace dip was required, as we do have. Oh, it's also a pendant.
Oh! Wow. That's quite the,
Pendant to pendant. Oh no.
It's quite the tease there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. We have full pendant crystal information now. Got it the unfortunate way, though.
Fortunately, Schulzer's about to follow the same path. Although, okay, at least you at least have to go into Desert for the Mire Big. But you don't need the keys for it. Oh, Wall Kick's reminding us, Schulzer still doesn't have the hammer, so can't full clear.
Oh no. Where was that hammer again?
Thieves Town. At the Fairy Ascension Cave entrance.
Oh, that's terrible. Just hammer in Thieves Town is the worst, no matter where it is. So he'll get locked out pretty quick. Well, maybe not. He is going for the more vanilla strats, or vanilla speedrun strats or original speedrun strats, not vanilla really, I guess, of the Ice Palace bomb jump.
I'm gonna be real, I've never run an MG, so I don't know. I came to this...
Sure...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure NMG does ice before Misery Mire to get the cane. So
yeah,
Ice Palace bomb jump is still required.
It looks like what Tafiel said was what he was doing was stealing the Bari key, so that when he does Icebreaker, he doesn't get locked out. Because he wouldn't have got, because...
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Because without the hammer, you're gonna get stuck.
He took the Death Warp immediately, too, so, yeah.
Smart thinking on Schulzer's end there. I think it's the desert small key that's blocked by the hammer. So Schulzer's gonna get the big one, but not the small one.
I think you are accurate on that.
Left side not having much. Oh, it was the
Or
other
not.
way. It was the other way around. My bad.
Which is a good thing for Schulzer in a way, because now he won't go to Lamos, which
Ammo.
we know is not required, most likely.
We know pod's dependent. So realistically, unless like Turtle Rock big or Thieves Town big or the Mirror, which requires, well, no, we found both of those entrances. Yeah, Ped's probably not gonna be needed.
Yeah. It could have our silvers, but again, not needed.
Oh wait, I'm trying to watch both these screens. So no, actually, Schulzer got both desert keys.
Okay.
Ignore the talking idiot over here.
But very nice bomb diver downs by Illus in left side swamp and here. Yeah, I guess our pedestal could have some keys on it. That is true. We won't find out until it's absolutely necessary, probably. So.
Yep. Well, since Illus is on Fire Sword, most likely we're about to see Menu Boss. Or no, gonna go ahead and use Fighter Sword spins. Meanwhile, Schulzer is on Lammo. I'm gonna get his red mail and bad news.
Very nice spin strats and. Ooh, almost got the quick kill.
Still gets it done.
Yeah.
And there's the big key to Turtle Rock.
Alright, sure. Why not? So when you get that, you go straight to TR, right? You've got 3 other TR keys. Got the big key, got the ice rod, got the fire rod, got a hammer.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We've got two entrances. So you can save a couple keys. So the west entrance is at the Blue Snitch Lady. The main entrance of Turtle Rock is at Dark Potion Shop.
Okay.
We're gonna see Illus go into Skullwoods though. Which we have seen from Schulzer. Oh,
map Desert Palace and then Desert Palace.
Thanks, game. Really appreciate that. Oh!
Whoa!
So about that Ice Palace Desert Palace combo not being required.
Yeah, about that. That's huge. For Zambi in chat, we just found the bow in desert. And that's pretty amazing, because now we can go complete Eastern Palace and, Schulzer can complete Eastern Palace. He can't complete Pod because he doesn't have the hammer yet.
Interesting enough, we haven't found Eastern yet.
Oh, we haven't found Eastern yet? Oh.
No.
That would also hurt.
Now that book that Illus just found in Turtle Rock opens up one entrance. TR main was at Dark World Potion Shop. And we have not seen the basement of Turtle Rock.
So this will be new information then, where Laser Bridge is.
Yep.
Oof.
So far, nothing on Laser Bridge itself, or a key. Its own key.
Okay, so, Illus is actually not gonna go and check where this exits. I guess doesn't want to get locked out, possibly?
Probably. Alright. Schulzer, good news, has found GT. Bad news, doesn't have his hammer to get all the required stuff that is in here. Okay, fair point.
Very nice hammer try next by, Illus so far.
Yes, wall kicks, that's what was on the left side.
I mean, cape can be pretty useful, especially if there's something behind that castle tower entrance. But of course, we know where at least two swords are. We've seen a mirror for it, right?
Yep. Oh, wow! So there's another sword on the right side of GT, which, at the time that Illus came in here, or came into GT, didn't have Cane of Samaria. So... Oh, there's a mirror!
Wow.
So yeah, everything's open at this point. Yeah, we haven't found Eastern, we haven't found Meyer. Now, to kind of catch up a little bit more into some. So we did find the entrance to Bumper Cave exit. We have found Floating Island. We still need to find Turtle Rock Bridge.
Okay. Alright, I assume that Illus did the basement without the bow then?
Oh, did it with hammer. No sword whatsoever, just a hammer.
Fun.
Oh, it was very nail biting there for a sec once we got to the red one.
Alright, well there's a tempered sword total overall. So 2 swords in GT, huh? So much fun.
2 swords in GT.
Oh yeah, no mirror, so can't just leave right away. Gotta walk out.
Now, back of Skullwoods is here. Schulzer has seen that. I would assume Schulzer is about to finish off Mothula. Especially because Schulzer knows it's a crystal at this point.
Yeah, Schulzer did also do the DP Ice Palace combo, so.
Well, he didn't do Ice Palace, so he does.
Oh, that's right, no hammer, so he doesn't know then.
Well, according to the tracker, he knows that Ice Palace is a pendant, so.
Okay. Oh, he did a map check, okay.
Okay.
It must have had the Ice Palace map.
Yeah, so.
That was a very quick Mothula fight there. For a small key to ice, sure. And Illus is making good use of that mirror now to get through dungeons pretty quick comparatively.
Yeah,
It's such a nice tool, man.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, Illus is in a very strong position.
But doesn't get the dash turn.
Yeah.
Or maybe doesn't know about it like we didn't.
But yeah, Illus is in a very strong position right now because Schulzer has got to get back to Thieves Town. He doesn't know where it is. He's got to get up the mountain and get to Thieves Town to get that hammer, because we're getting to that point where Schulzer has so much more, or not Schulzer, Illus has so much more stuff available, especially now getting the bow, that not having the hammer is really going to start hurting Schulzer here.
Yeah, that, very nice way to route it in with the mirror, and that handy-dandy connector of Desert Palace, East being over here is coming in. Very nice, very handy.
Chat, I think, yeah, you're,
yeah?
Well, yeah, we just need, Go mode will be Thieves Town big, but we still need to find entrances for Misery Mire and Eastern Palace.
Yes.
Oh, and Schulzer gets the troll hole.
Oh. And it's the middle hole, too.
That's why it's called the troll hole.
I thought you just said he got trolled.
No.
Alright, but we are about to see a new entrance here from Illus in Castle Tower. And it's nothing.
The other side is Super Bunny Cave, which we've seen.
Oh, that was super close.
Which apparently Illus has not been to.
This is a one-way. But he did check the other side and found it was nothing, so.
I think it was Schulzer. Schulzer was the one that found this cave.
Ah.
No, funny story. In the original Dungeon Defenders game, one of the DLC maps, there's this one spot where you need to defend, where they just have a hole right in the middle where that defense point is. And if you fall down, you die. So my friends and I were playing it, we always called it the troll hole. And so it's like, once I started commentating this, I'm like, well, there's the troll hole. Because we just put a hole right there for no reason.
Alright, and Schulzer's looking like he's going back through desert to go check out that one entrance. Unfortunately for him, he already knows where it's going. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yep, and Schulzer has seen that. I think Illus is about to check pedestal.
Ooh, here we go.
Really,
We'll find out
the only thing of importance could be Thieves Town Big Key.
Yeah. No, it's
powder. I hear a dog.
We've already turned in the mushroom, right?
Yeah, we did. And powder's at pyramid. So.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So you're really upset if Magic Bat has Thieves Town Big Key.
I think that just made it more unlikely, though.
Now, Illus, unfortunately, has not checked the other side of the old man cave. So, yeah, Illus is about to get some not good information. That said, with the mirror, I imagine Illus is just going to turn around and start checking new entrances. Schulzer now seeing that there's a sword on the desert ledge.
Which Illus is just about to go pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be even on swords for the time being.
Mm-hmm. There's Eastern.
Hey, there's Eastern. That's nice to find.
Alright, so one dungeon to go. Just gotta find Misery Mire, and then need to find the Thieves Town Big Key.
Which the Thieves Town Big Key is probably in one of these two dungeons here.
Thing is, it could be anywhere except the back Thieves Town at this point.
That's true. It's like another, it's like an ice rod, except it's a key rod.
Kind of.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, moving on. Lunchbox is giving us a big 20.
So useful maps, right? So useful.
So useful, you know?
Same with compasses.
Alright, this might be Schulzer Alright. Schulzer's gonna get his hammer here.
And he is not gonna feel great.
Nope.
There it is.
There it is.
So Eastern Palace, mostly a dud, but we do have to bleed it to crystal anyways, right? So.
Where did Schulzer go from here? He's got the hook shot out. Going to
Probably
8.
Swamp.
Yep. That would be
Yeah.
Swamp House. Makes the most sense.
Got the hammer, you got that small key from GT. You go do that, yeah.
We'll most likely full clear the whole thing, and we'll only get the Turtle Rock Big off of Argus.
I think he might skip Left Side Swamp just because he knows that Hammer was accessible fairly early. So might opt to do a few more skips than Illus has.
We shall see.
We will.
Alright, so that's crystal number 3 for Illus.
And as you might have noticed, the few resyncs we had during the match, I'm going to refresh both streams. So comms and trackers, please do the same. The delays were increasing a bit too much by now.
Okay.
I did not see what was in the back of Desert, but clearly it was nothing important.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
And there was nothing at checkerboard either.
Yep, only thing left will be the desert main entrance.
We saw the desert main entrance already. It was nothing.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, Illus mirrored after checking Wizard Meyer, which was the back, right? So.
Hey.
And as I thought, Schulzer is skipping left side at the moment.
So this will go up the mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
Oh, that's a terrible connector. But it's Spiral Cave, it always is.
Mm-hmm. So, Illus hasn't even been in this one yet.
No wonder then he's going for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing checks up here.
And that is the TR big key for Schulzer. And also his third crystal, I think?
Yes.
Alright, so Illus is back doing right side. We'll get his third sword here momentarily. Probably be fairly happy to see that.
Meanwhile, Illus is going to go ahead and do Tile Room, which we have not seen on either end.
What if Laser Bridge is vanilla today?
We've seen Laser Bridge. It's not.
Laser Bridge exit?
Or the exit, I mean. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we didn't see it. Okay.
It's a hospitalist hut, which is connected, or just connecting via Ice Palace.
Got it. Okay. As Tile Room just has a Greg, which is bleh. Nobody likes a Greg.
So now Illus is going to get Tempered Sword. Turtle Rock Bridge leads out to Turtle Rock, or Laser Bridge leads to the Turtle Rock Bridge.
Which leads to another connector that's in a dark room.
Which means we're not going to look at it.
Now.
Because at this point, all of the... We have... Okay, Schulzer doesn't have mirror. Well, Schulzer's about to get mirror. But either way, you've got access to pretty much almost everything at this point.
Have we seen the connector up to Bumper Cave?
Yes, we have. It is at the Light World Arrow game.
Okay.
Both of them have seen it, I think. I forgot Illus had already taken care of Trinex, so that's actually crystal number 5. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
Yep.
And this will be crystal 4 for Schulzer. Schulzer will get the mirror, which will lead Schulzer to Eastern.
Is that almost a vanilla Paradox Cave?
Almost.
Almost.
Alright, Schulzer, I imagine, is going to do these checks here, which will get him Eastern and get him his 5th crystal. So this is kind of good for Schulzer. Schulzer is going to be able to catch up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially as, because he's probably doing some of the checks that, Illus is probably doing some of the checks that, Schulzer's already done.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, frankly, this is the nature of Crosskeys.
Yeah.
You just... Crosskeys is a very volatile mode, but also just... There are times where... Really just the nature of random, period. Where, like, you know, one runner looks like they get ahead, but then start doing things that the other runner did, and it kind of just ebbs and flows. The big thing right now would be is if Illus were to find Meyer, and if Meyer had the Thieves' Town Big Key.
Oh, but he's going over to Dark Shopping Mall, which we know doesn't have Meyer.
It has the bomb shop, which...
Could lead to Meyer.
Unfortunately, Meyer is one of the 5-6 crystals.
Oh, never mind. We also know what the Pyramid Fairy is.
Well,
It's
Illus
the entrance.
does... Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they both do. They both do. Illus got stuck versus Schulzer who didn't.
And Illus, already knowing that, didn't even bother checking the bomb vendor. Because Illus already knows what the 7 crystals are. It's just a matter of which one's 5-6 and not.
Yeah. We got a connector at Ice Palace.
This is the one to the floating island.
Okay.
Or no,
And-
or at Turtle Rock back. That's the one I was telling you earlier that we had found.
Aha, got it.
Ignore me. Yeah. All right. So the only thing I can see. Oh, Illus hasn't done these checks yet. That's why.
Probably wants to grab him in a sweeping session. Maybe go up to like
Well,
graveyard ledge from maybe.
I can see Illus's tracker. The top two have been done. He's about to do this one, which is Sick Kid, which will get
Okay.
Illus. Yeah. There you go.
It's more of a hey, I'm going in. It's nothing. Wait, it's something. I gotta go back.
Mm-hmm. Had your finger on the bottom button because you knew you were going to need it, or you were assuming you were going to go right out and then be like, oh, well, wait, no, actually, I need this. You know what the thing is? Illus's tracker, the dots are yellow, so I can barely see whether a thing is on or off.
Yeah, especially on like this pod area, which is a bit more greenish yellow, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, we're back tied up on the crystal count, 5 apiece.
Ah, his tracker buttons are Bombos medallions. That's interesting.
I don't know. Alright. Okay, this dark entrance. I feel like there was a dark entrance we missed. Oh, this is the...
This is probably TR, yeah.
Yeah,
The
this
TR
is
ledge.
probably the TR bridge, yeah.
Hey,
No.
what do you know?
Hey, I deduced something.
And he's gonna get a kick when he sees Laser Bridge here.
Okay.
Is this? I assume this is Graveyard Ledge.
Possibly. There's that plus South Grove Cave.
Wall
This
kicks.
is-
We did find TR main, I think, right? Because we finished TR at one point.
Yeah,
So-
dark potion shop.
That's right.
Oh no.
Okay. Ah.
No, that. Sorry.
Ah.
Okay. Sorry, couple things there. Antism, we had already seen that. So that's why I didn't react. To Wall Kicks' question, no, we have not found a connector out of the main Turtle Rock entrance yet. There's a Genus Cave, which that is new.
And this could easily have our Thieves Town big. And it doesn't.
Nope.
Of course not.
3 big keys left to find. Skullwoods, Thieves Town, and GT. And you don't want to see GT right now. You do not
No.
want to see the GT big key right now.
Actually, as a viewer, I absolutely want to see the GT big key. Just so we can put pedestal into logic.
We've seen the exit. We have seen the exit of Spectacle Rock.
Okay.
Hence why we're just turning right around.
Okay, I believe this is going up to Bumper Ledge, right?
Yes, it is.
Which we haven't seen the mirrored location from there, so that could be as well. Meyer.
Let's see what it is. It is Meyer.
Oh, there we go.
That is huge. Have to imagine Illus will at some point go to this, but that is big for Schulzer. And if the Thieves Town Big Key is here, that is go mode for Schulzer.
Yeah, we could have had just a switch in the last, like, 15 minutes here. But that's just the nature of Crosskeys.
Alright, so from what chat was telling us, Quake Medallion was in Ice Palace, which Schulzer didn't get. So, if this entrance has Thieves Town Big Key, that could be another big swing.
Let's find out.
Oh, there is a chest.
There's a chest.
And
it's nothing.
It's nothing. Of course.
Got her second Greg of the Seed. Hey, a sword.
And that's
Sure.
butter. No one has done Spike Cave. Oh, big key to Skullwoods. That's you always hate that when you're just a key away from go mode, and it's always like, is that the key? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it?
Just like disappointment central right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gotta
Is
be
that
it.
it? Is
Oh
it?
no!
Oh! Oh!
Oh,
I rest my case.
I think that's worse. Getting two big keys and neither of the one is the one that you want.
The only one Schulzer has left is Thieves Town. So now if you see that sprite, you know it's the one.
Yep.
But what that also means is now we have to start thinking about the gauntlet and the powder at the pedestal because Bat's at the pyramid. All right, Illus is about to head into get Meyer. So now it's a race for the Thieves Town Big Key.
So the one less fortunate thing about that Thieves Town big key for, or not Thieves Town, that GT big key for Schulzer is he still has the full left side. Yeah, that's Tofal was saying right there. So he'll do left side before he does the climb. So if it's in the climb, Illus might actually take the lead back here.
I would have to assume... Okay. I'd have to assume Schulzer goes for GT then because of the fact that there's so much left for him to do in GT. Illus, I think it really just depends on what they're feeling.
Well, okay, we're still looking for Thieves Town big key. So we're still not in go mode.
Oh, I see what Wall Kicks is saying. Why aren't you just rushing Vitreous to see if, for the luck that the items there, then start coming to the dungeon?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But it isn't, so we keep hunting. Yep, it looks like Schulzer's just gonna head straight to Skullwoods first because we're right next door anyways.
Or not?
Or, yeah, okay, sure.
Oh, this chest. He also hasn't done lava chests, I don't think. Actually, I don't think either runner did lava chest.
Probably wanted to save the key at that point in time.
Well, okay, Schulzer, the way Schulzer routed GT, or Eternal Rock, was Schulzer did the front four with burning a couple keys. So that's why Schulzer never did a, like, find the west entrance, go through, do this chest, and chain chomps. He routed chain chomps with the front.
Ah, got it. And there's just another pod key in there.
So at this point, we're going to be even on 6 crystals. And it's really just a matter of who finds the Thieves Town big key first.
Yeah, pretty much.
The big difference is that Schulzer has not been to the left side of GT because he didn't have the hammer at the time. If Illus goes to GT, it is for the climb. Schulzer has a lot more to do.
No, it looks like he's going for Spike Cave first.
As was chat mentioning it? They're doing it now.
Yes, they were.
Alright, small key to Meyer.
And this will be up the mountain, so this is GT. Now, wouldn't it be a play if he just went straight up and climbed first?
Oh, Wall Kick's also bringing up, we haven't done GT Big Chest yet.
That's true, so actually left side down to GT Big Key would make a lot of sense. Or GT Big Chest.
Yeah, there's so... This is...
All the checks are just so scattered around the world that we have left.
I mean, again, that is the nature of Crosskeys, is just... What do you have left in terms of orphan locations? I mean, it's like with any Key Sanity seed, it's not a question of if you're double dipping dungeons, it's how many dungeons are you double dipping.
That's understandable.
Yeah, as Zaravan said, it's essentially an ice rod hunt.
Alright, and here's that Skull Woods big key check, or big chest check from Illus. You have to take the drop down, I believe, because it's in the back and locked in otherwise.
Big question is, does Schulzer do the climb after this?
I think you have to. If it's not in the big chest, you have to climb.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're coming here, you're at this point, and this is my philosophy, is if you're coming back to places, it's now or never. You're either finishing the dungeon or you're never coming back unless it's the last location.
Yeah, and we still have that lovely, and it wasn't the Skull Woods big, so we still have that lovely magic bat left.
Alright. Now, one thing to reset here real quick is that both runners... This is the bracket stage of the Crosskeys tournament, and it's a best of 3. So this is game 1. So even though the pressure's on right now to get that win, it is not imperative. We're not in a do-or-die situation right now. You want the win, but you do get to live to fight another day. And as always, with as entertaining of a race as we get on these channels, please be sure to give both Illus and Schulzer follows on Twitch for this entertainment that they are giving us today. So as we thought, Schulzer is doing the climb.
Meanwhile, Illus is actually pulled over to the pod side of things to try to go ahead and clear that out. We've seen most of pod from Schulzer, but not the boss. Yeah.
Not the boss, and I think there's a couple checks we have not seen.
Alright, what Illus might actually do is just go straight to the boss first.
Yeah.
Nope, never mind.
Or not. Now Green Pendant is here, so there's also Sahasrara to think about.
That is true.
Schulzer getting ready for setup to just spin. Since we didn't have silver arrows and low on magic. Oh, that's where that half magic was.
Yep. Early, pretty deep in pod.
Just to reset for those joining us, we're just looking for the Thieves' Town Big Key. Every other Big Key has been found. So as soon as you see a Big Key sprite, we know it's Thieves' Town Big.
I believe that looks good for Illus there. Yep. Took a bit there to set up, but it looks good. And it was good.
Right. We're at the climb. Double! Small key to ice.
Oh, lovely.
Alright, next one. Piece of heart.
Nope. Alright, and you gotta beat Agate at this point as well, right?
Well, I mean, again, that's there. Powder's on pedestal. You're gotta do it.
Ooh, another fall to Troll-Dorm. Troll-Dorm's just getting trolled today.
And of course, pod, key, and pod. Because, of course.
I mean,
Alright.
he got absolutely bailed out, because otherwise he would have had to leave Helmasaur behind.
Alright. Oh no, Schulzer's leaving!
Oh, he's not going to go and do Agate 2.
Oh my god.
He hasn't checked the ped yet, though, has he? It was Illus that checked the ped.
Well, okay.
But he should know that there is something back there.
Wow.
Wow. Of course, it could just be on Helmasaur or Green Pendant, and all of our discussions are moot. He's going for Bombo's tablet first, and then maybe Shovel? I want to see what's behind that shovel, though.
Bombo's tablet. Bloopy.
Alright, let's find out whether Helmasaur was the answer all along.
Alright. Helmasaur down for Illus. 2 items here. Is it the item? Could it be the green pendant? It's mirror shield.
Yeah.
But still have the pendant. Alright. Big
Moment of truth.
check here. Strike the earth? Nope.
No. It's green pendant or powder. It's green pendant or powder.
Oh my gosh. If it's powder, oh my gosh.
Oh boy. And that's all pod 6, that's all 6 pod keys. So it's all in logic now.
Alright, here we go. So Hostrala check here. We're pretty sure it's either this or powder, correct?
It's gotta be, yeah. And Jinxie, one of our wonderful trackers, who's always on top of it, has pretty much everything else filled out.
Here we go.
So it's here.
All right. 1 hour, 57 minutes, 50 seconds. Illus is in go mode.
It was pod all along. So then powder has to be Bombos.
Yeah.
What a seed. What a seed.
Wow. Crosskeys never disappoints. Oh, Jinxie also bring up a good point. Bombos could be in Thieves Town. I highly doubt we're gonna know.
Yeah, we're running straight to the boss. So pretty much all 3 of our patents were required today, in some form or another. You had to go to Ice to get Desert Palace small keys, to get the bow, to then, and then also pod for the Thieves Town big. So at least dips were required. I mean, Illus said, yeah, that's right. Why grab the extra small?
Muscle memory, probably.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. That's one unfortunate thing about Go Mode Thieves Town. It's not very much faster than a regular Mode Thieves Town. You still have to go bomb the chest open, you still have to go get the maiden. You can't just rush straight to the boss like you can in other dungeons.
Alright, time for the blind fight.
So in the end, our runners ended up clear every single dungeon then. And very nice blind fight there.
Alright, that is crystal number 7, so it is time for the big pig! Interesting. Bomb strats on Helmasar.
I mean, they technically are faster if you get 5 bombs off.
This is 3. Alright.
Pretty sure it's 5, actually.
No, it's 3. When I played this game as a kid, I always did bomb strats. I never did hammer strats. It's 3. The 2 cracks and then break the whole thing open. But, we gotta roast a pig right now.
Yeah, we never did find the bow or the second bow either. So we'll find that out from Ganon here in a moment.
Schulzer is about to get into go mode.
Oh, they were with the bat. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, the only accessible bow was the one we found.
Alright, well, 12 sword spins, spin and win time. And there we go! Just gotta wait for the bridge to open up.
And GG's.
And with that, Illus takes game 1 with an official race time GG time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, 51 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat.
What a seed.
What a seed indeed.
I mean, they cleared out most of the seed in still just over 2 hours. That's a very good time.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what happens when you get
Yeah.
all the mobility stuff and all of the connectors were pretty cooperable. We didn't have any sort of, like, major trolley connectors this seed.
Yeah.
And joining us in chat is Illus. GG.
GG.
So, how you feeling after that race?
I was pretty nervous, given how I basically turned the world upside down to try and find Meyer. But most of the time I felt good about how the seed went, mostly because I got the hammer really early, and it was not the most meta location, so I felt good about that. And I figured if I play normally and try to do things efficiently, I might have a good shot.
Yeah, and that's really kind of where hold on. Sorry, I had your stream up for audio, and I'm hearing the conversation coming back. My apologies there. Yeah, I mean, you did in fact get the hammer early. Schulzer took a while to get it, but then it really kind of evened out once Schulzer did get it, and it was really at that point just a quest to find the Thieves Town Big Key.
Oh god, yeah, that was a quest as well. Like, I didn't want to do Helma without sufficient keys, basically, so I decided to check that vanilla big key chest, and it had a key, and that's what made me go in the end. That was kind of lucky.
Yeah, really, the difference was once you guys kind of got to the point of looking for stuff left, Schulzer did the climb, while you went back to pod.
I mean,
Also,
I've had like 11 items left in pod.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was the more efficient play to do from my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I would have done the climb afterwards. Sorry, you wanted to say something?
I was just going to say Schulzer at that point had already gone into pod without the hammer, wasn't able to complete it at that point, but hadn't done any of the left side of GT or the climb, so for him that was the more item dense location to go to.
Yeah, that's how it can turn out. Like, I felt in both our situations, each of us probably did the right play.
Then
Yes.
as they say, rando's gonna rando.
Yep. Alright, Schulzer is on the Ganon fight right now. Getting through first 2 phases, and we'll be on phase 3 shortly. I mean, what was very interesting about this Crosskeys seed, we were kind of commenting before you came in, was that, like, you guys had a lot of mobility early on. You had hook shot, glove, which eventually led to Titan's mitts, boots, and flippers. And then, flute was kind of an easily accessible location that just, you guys had a lot of mobility to really just open things up early on in this seed.
Yeah, the only thing that was a bit late was the mirror, but I did the old sacred art of rush dungeon, so I got the mirror at a reasonable time, and yeah, it felt pretty nice playing the seed, given you find the hammer early, obviously. So yeah, from my point of view, it was a really nice seed. Even though we had that Thieves Town big key.
Yeah, but that's... those big keys are always like ice rods. But there we go. Schulzer's done. Just waiting for the bridge to go down. And then Schulzer will be finished up as well. And with that... Schulzer finishes with an official race time GG time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 52 seconds. 5-minute difference between both of our runners. GG's to Schulzer. And we will see if Schulzer decides to join us in chat. But, yeah, overall, I mean, this, pretty much just game one for you guys. How much was Bat at, knowing that the powder was on pedestal, how much was the magic bat weighing on your mind?
I mean, after Zaha, I was gonna go pull Pet and then climb GT, so, it was on my mind.
I mean, at the point when you got the Thieves Town Big Key, for us it was down to either Bat or Thieves Town Big. Or Green Pendant, I meant, sorry.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I took a bit of a risk skipping some overworld locations. That was like, I remember skipping Agena, that was because I was really impatient about finding Maya. I hadn't found Maya yet, and I didn't want to waste like 40 seconds on a singular check when it's probably in Maya. It wasn't in Maya. But yeah, I figured like all those overworld locations, I don't know, Bombos, tablets, the purple chest, I figured Schulzer might have done that already, so I didn't want to go for them.
Alright, and GG, and we're joined by Schulzer in voice chat here.
GG Schulzer.
Alright, Schulzer,
everything.
I have a very important question for you, Schulzer. Why did you not finish Aga 2?
I might have misstacked my. I thought it was used as fairly, and I didn't have the powder, so I didn't care.
Oh, cause it was actually Magic Bat at the pyramid.
Yeah, but I didn't have powder.
Oh yeah, well powder's at pedestal also.
Also, fun fact, that was technically not our first game because we met in the Swiss stage, and I managed to pay Schulzer back just now.
Yeah, I just got really fucked by Seastown and GT both being entities I did isolate, and I wanted to come back for one of them with a sword because I wanted to finish Skavut, and I of course never find a single sword to actually kill Mozilla, and therefore I last locate both my sword and hammer.
So to clarify why I was going on about that, Schulzer, was at the time you were doing the climb, Illus was in pod, and so at that point we were down to either Bat having Thieves Town Big Key or Green Pendant having Thieves Town Big Key. So we were like, Schulzer, why are you leaving? So, but no, I mean honestly, the race was pretty much close. The hammer kind of did put you behind a bit, Schulzer, but you did manage to work yourself back up, and it was really just a matter of who found Thieves Town Big first.
Yeah, Schulzer, you might not know, I struggled to find Misery Mire for the longest time and checked basically everything for it. So I've had my share of problems as well, but I did have the hammer early.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice earlier as well.
Actually, Schulzer got his 6th crystal before you did, Illus, because he found Maya before you did.
Yeah, that happens. Feels a bit bad. But yeah, I won in the end. Got a bit lucky, obviously, but yeah. I would also say I played decently well.
Yeah, I basically last located my flute, I last located hammer, and I last located a sword that led somewhat to hammer. The story of my first sword was pretty dramatic because my first sword was behind ice armors, and I hammered those ice armors, and it was pretty hard.
Oh my heart was going there when you were doing hammer ice armors.
That was tough.
So, but no, I mean this is game 1 of 3, so you guys are going to be able to. You guys are still in a best of 3, so Schulzer, you're not completely out of it yet. Do you guys know when game 2 is going to be?
Monday, same time.
Yep, Monday, same time.
All right, well, we will certainly look forward to that. Once again, please be sure to give both Illus and Schulzer follows on Twitch for this entertaining race, and we will look forward to see you guys on Monday. And I think at this point, I'm going to turn it back over to Siberian.
Thank you. Also, thank you to both to our 3 commentators, Antism and Jax3, who finished it off, and we had James FNX, who started this restream, but had to drop out due to power issues. Also, thank you to our trackers. We had Jinxie Girl and Lady Laura Linda. We are going to raid over to Scoople, who is playing A Link to the Past right now and training NMG. And he also has a race later tonight. This brings us to our preview here on ZSR. At 6 PM Eastern, we have a Link to the Past Crosskeys tournament match between Scoople and Goomba, and at the same time also a Majora's Mask Randomizer tournament match between Vidya James and Drunas. And at 7 PM Eastern, we have another Crosskeys tournament match, Wall Kicks versus T-Stew 14. And at 7:30 PM Eastern, there is going to be another Crosskeys tournament match between Dataplat and RD Walsh V. I hope I said it correctly. Any final words from our commentators?
I think we're all good. Thank you for the tracker, restreamer, and everyone else for watching. And take care. We'll see you next mission.
So, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time here on ZSR.